Okay folks, sorry about that. Normally I have the phone shut off. I just didn't have it that time. Let me make sure this doesn't happen again. Alright. Now, what I need to do is, where we were, undercutting this here for the shirt of the Mountain Man. I'm going to do kind of like a series of different ones with this. I have a couple other pieces here. We're going to make a couple other caricatures out of the same idea as what we're doing now. Okay, so it might be an interesting venture. I noticed this one's a little bit bigger, so let's recut that. Let's cut that off a little further. Alright, you have the idea though. Okay, once we cut this out a little further inside here, we're going to go kind of deep. Alright, I try to do everything with a knife. Some people use a parting tool, some people use a couple of gouges, and I have already. I'm not opposed to that at all. Whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you think is fun to work with, that's what you should use. Okay, I'm strictly pretty well a knife person. I don't do power carving. I was asked that before. I said no. I just can't handle the dust from it, but there are some people, because of physical limitations, that they go that route, and that's wonderful. It's a wonderful alternative. Some people who do birds use power carving all the time. You know, a lot of their birds are just power carved from beginning to end. You still have to know how to carve it, folks. You just, you know, it doesn't take away from the art. It's just, I prefer this method over, I enjoy this whittling portion of it, or this, you know, going over it a couple of times and redoing it, and, you know, chipping a little this away and that away. So if you're a power carver, that's fine. You know, if that's your thing to do, that's great. You know, everybody has their way of doing things, and there's really no right or wrong way of doing carving, folks. Really. Whatever you enjoy doing, that's what you should be doing. And that's why there's so many aspects of carving. You know, you can do birds, you can do caricatures, you can do relief carving, you can just do lettering, you can do all kinds of different things, and it makes it pretty interesting. Alright, now what we're going to do here, we're going to just, see, I have his shirt rounded a little bit. I'm just going to try to make this a little deeper where his neck is, and I'm going to work on that for a little bit here. This is kind of, because it's not proportionate, it's kind of like a relief carving, if you want to category, you know, put it in a category. It's certainly an interesting way of doing pieces in a piece of wood like this. And I'm just going to keep digging at this for a little bit. I know this is taking a little longer than I like, but I'm just trying to get enough of it out that I can make it. Let's go down a little deeper right there. And right there. I could have had it up right underneath. You can do that too, like move these two portions right up underneath here, that there is nothing showing that he actually has. But I'm showing a little bit of a neck. You want to put a beard in and then put a shirt in, that's up to you. I'm just trying to have a little bit of a different look. Okay, that's what I want. See how deep that is? Now I'm going to go in with the shirt, and I'm just going to cut the top portion off. See how I did that? Same thing over here. I'm going to just slice it towards the neck. Alright? Gives it a little, see how it looks like it's going in a little bit? That's exactly what I wanted. Then, whoops, got too much stuff on the table here. From kind of where that meets, I'll go down this way, and then we'll put the suspenders right next to it. Okay? I know that's a tight fit, but it works. So what we're going to do is take our knife and we're going to go down one side, just like so, and the other side. Sometimes it's hard for me to see if it's straight or not. I'm going to cut this on either side of that. I'm going to cut that out. Okay. And on this side as well. I'm going to blend that in, and then we'll do our suspenders right next to that. Okay, just take that little edge off. That should be sticking up a little bit, see, like we have. How I did the buttons, well, kind of like the buttons, I just did a little triangular cut. Well, I'll show you what I'll do. Put one at the top here. I go 1, 2, 3. Okay, see? We have a little, like a little button look there. And that's how I did. I go down a little ways and I do 1, 2. That's kind of like a little bit of chip carving, even though that's a lousy way. It just gives it a look, but you get the idea. Do it to a little point. I'll go one more, down a little further, about there maybe. Now when you do this, you really need to have a pointier, like a little clip knife like I have here. I don't know if that's what you call it, but you know, not just a point, but something with a little bit of a backing. Now see how we have that? It looks like the buttons on a shirt. Now we're going to do the suspenders here. Go on one side, go on the other side. Now we're just going to cut this off. Alright, and then we'll do the other side. Good steady hand, folks, and a good sharp knife. This is very fun. It can be a very enjoyable project. Alright, and I'll do the other one offline. Okay, so there's that's how far we are. We'll put the hair in yet, and we'll put the beard in, and then I'll be done. Okay, so we'll be back for a couple more yet. Alright, bye-bye.